the Radio Troller Entertainment Podcast Channel.
This is Face the Music, a pre-ELO song-by-song podcast. Episode -008, Until Your Mama's Gone. What's that song all about?
Until Your Mama's Gone is the fifth track, last song on side 1 of Message from the Country, released on June 1st, 1971 in the UK and August 15th, 1971 in the United States. It was written by Roy Wood. John Mendelsohn wrote in the October 14th, 1971 issue of Rolling Stone,
A superb rocker is the Eddie Cochrane-ish Until Your Mama's Gone, with its bone-crushing bass line, white-hot fuzz guitars, and rough, tough vocal by Roy.
John Verdekeest wrote in the September 5th, 2005 liner notes for the remaster of Message from the Country,
The 50s meet the 70s with Until Your Mama's Gone, a full-tilt bluesy rock and roller with an extra twist of sax and piano, and a blueprint for the style which Roy was making very much his own and would explore more fully a year later on Wizzard's debut single, Ballpark Incident.
In the December 1st, 2005 issue of Rolling Stone, David Frick wrote,
Wood's Until Your Mama's Gone is enriched greaser fun, his runting saxes pushing hard alongside the gorilla heartbeat bass and drums.
You'll be with your mother.
She's going down and ladle out some cream or something to the folks down at the rescue mission.
Hi, I'm Eric Winsenson.
And I'm Eric Paul Johnson.
And Until Your Mama Comes Home.
No, it's the other way around. Until Your Mama's Gone.
Until Your Mama's Gone.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I think it might if you want to get it on with a girl. You certainly don't want to be doing it when her mama's at home.
Well, I know there are certain videos.
I mean, I guess it depends on the hotness of the mom.
Yeah, and you can always throw in stepmom so it isn't too Alabama.
Yes, because then it's not creepy if it's not related by blood.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, not creepy whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Anyway. On with Until Your Mama's Gone. Well, I couldn't wait until the song was gone.
Yeah?
Yeah, 5 minutes and it felt like one of the 8-minute ones. Because all of a sudden it's coming back again. I'm going, it's not done yet? Oh. Unfortunately, this is one of the songs that I do remember, because it was not one of the ones I really liked. I've heard this before, and it reminded me this is one of those smooth songs that I can really do without. Number 1, it's filler. Number 2, it's just a straight-ahead boogie song that goes on about 2 minutes longer than it really should. When I thought it was about to end, all of a sudden starts right back up again with the first verse.
Mm-hmm.
Repeated. And then has some guitar parts, which I can't really remember much. Keep in mind, I listened to this thing just a couple hours ago. It's already slipping out of my memory, except for the fact that I really could live my whole life without having to hear this thing again. It reminds me of a shortened version of some of the stuff that was on the previous albums that I really didn't care for.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm pretty sure this is the longest song on the album.
Well, again, I don't mind long songs when they have a point, and there's so many 20, 30-minute songs I have that feel like they're 5 minutes long. This is a 5-minute song that seems like it's 10. So I was just glad it was over. It's a really big disappointment after the last couple of songs on there that we've gone over.
Well, I first heard it in 1985 on Split Enz when I was 16. And I liked it. And I still like it. I'm hooked every time from that jaunty acoustic guitar intro, which pops back up again when you think the song is over. Or when you thought it was over, and then it starts back up again. I thought it was kind of amusing that big chonky bass is the center of the song at the beginning, before everything eventually starts to make its way into the song. Because usually, you don't focus on a big bass. It's either a quiet guitar or a piano or something before the other instruments start making their way into the song. I like the guitar solo. I like the piano solo. I think the words have a universal meaning. At least the opening lines, which is
Hard to get up in the morning, no matter who you're working for. You'll find a way when the landlord's knocking on your door.
it is a 5.5. I think it's almost 6 minutes long. But for me, it doesn't seem to drag. At least it does things. At least it's not the first 30 seconds of the song is the other 6 minutes of the song. Starts off with a simple acoustic guitar, you got the heavy bass, and then the horns eventually make their way in, and you got the drums and the piano solo, and the fuzz electric guitar solo, and it all builds up at the end into one big conglomeration of Roy Wood, what could be a cacophony, but I'm thinking Jeff Lynne put the brakes on that, of pushing everything up to where it all just is one distorted mess. I liked it.
I didn't think you were going to like this one because of what it was. Yeah, it could have been a cacophony. At least it doesn't turn into that, because the Move have been known to go into that cacophony realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
I just feel it's not really that impressive of a song. It's just, to me, it's kind of boring. And like, we've been here before, and we're going back here again. I really, really, really want to hear something different.
You will. Just be patient.
Yeah. I know. Be patient.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what the Move is. It's a test of patience sometimes.
Yes, it does test my patience
Yes.
sometimes.
I'm wondering if Roy Wood thought of ELO as just a one-off. Like, we're going to make this one album, and then I'm out of here. Because this song has one foot in the Move, with that chunky, hard bass, and he's got another foot in Wizard, with all those horns. There's not a hint of ELO in this, so it just makes me wonder if Roy was like, okay, we're doing the ELO thing, and then I'm out of here. Because, like, you know, I think I kind of want to more do this heavy horn kind of stuff, and maybe call it Wizard with 2 Z's.
I think you're pretty much onto something, because the way that he quit ELO, which was, oh, we're doing a second album? And he just decides he's not going to show up.
Yeah.
He doesn't really say, I'm out of here, or cause a scene. He just kind of, oh, that was today?
He just stopped going. According to Jeff Lynne in the Mr. Blue Sky documentary, just stopped showing up.
Roy left after about 3 months, and he never told us he was leaving. He just disappeared and had this other group called Wizard.
I know Roy plays cello on 2 obvious songs on ELO too, but I'm kind of wondering if those songs might have been planned for the first ELO album, and they just put down the basic cello track, and then Roy was like, I don't want to do this. Give me a horn section.
I've always got the feeling that that's what it was intended, was this is a one-time experiment.
Mm-hmm.
The Move are going to call themselves Electric Light Orchestra. And Jeff Lynne went, cool, we're Electric Light Orchestra. And Roy's sitting there going, nah, I got other things I want to do.
Yeah, I did it. I got it out of my system. I'm going to go write a Christmas song now.
And it'll be Christmas every day until your mom is gone. Which now I just made that a lot more sad.
I guess I'm just thinking maybe Mama's gone. She's gone out shopping for Christmas presents, not Mama's dead.
But anyway, that's really about all I've got to say about this one.
Got something to say about Until Your Mama's Gone? Well, call the telephone line voicemail.
623-850-3375. Call now.
Great moments in Electric Light Orchestra history.
How far did the first album, Roy, correspond to the original idea? Once you'd gone in and you recorded, were you pleased with the results?
The first ELO thing?
Yeah.
To be honest, we'd had the idea for ELO for quite a long time before that. But the first ELO track came about by accident, which was 10538 Overture, which is a song that was written by Jeff. And originally he wrote it for The Move. We were working on an album called Message from the Country, which was an album that was sort of half written by me and half by Jeff, and it was a sort of a Move, sort of semi-poppy type album. And Jeff came up with this song called 10538, and we put the backing track down. The backing track was Jeff and myself on guitars, Bev on drums, Rick Price on bass. And Jeff and I were left on our own in the studio with a little bit of time to spare. And at that particular time, I'd got a cello, which I'd had for about 4 or 5 weeks or something. And I wasn't very good at playing it, to be honest. But I just got the cello out for a laugh because we were listening back to the track. And I was playing these sort of Jimi Hendrix type riffs on the cello, rather than playing it like a cello should be played. And I was sort of skrinking away, and it sounded all sort of piggy and horrible, like, sort of walrus type cello playing, And Jeff turned around and said, that sounds good. Let's just have a bit of a laugh and put a couple of cellos on. And we ended up putting about 10 on. Sounded like a whole orchestra. And that's when it all started. We drove everyone mad for about a week afterwards. We had a cassette tape of it. And we were travelling to gigs with The Move, and we had this cassette tape in the back window of the car. We were playing it at full blast and driving Bev and Rick mad with it, We thought, well, we're having a bit of a job to get players that want to play rock and roll type things. Well, trying to get cellists or French horn players. And we thought, well, let's try and get the album together ourselves and then form the band around the album, which is what we more or less did. And I ended up sort of putting all the cello parts on while Jeff was in the control room getting the sounds on,
Face the Music, a pre-ELO song-by-song podcast, is a production of Radio Trolla Entertainment, Assorted Deli Meats Amalgamated. You can contact us by voicemail at 623-850-3375 or email us at eloftmpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll read and reply to it on the show. Keep up to date by joining our Facebook group and spread the word by sharing the link or giving us a quick rating on iTunes. Subscribe to our YouTube page, the Electric Light Orchestra Podcast channel, to hear other goodies. You can financially support the podcast at patreon.com/ELOpod or PayPal using the podcast's email address, or send a check or money order to P.O. Box 1932, Superior, Arizona 85173. Next episode, -007. It wasn't my idea to dance.
Hi, I'm Eric. What the heck? Who in the world? Oh, Corey. On the calendar. Okay. Corey's sending me the tracking on the calendar.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Eric.
Mama's dead.
Mama died while shopping for Christmas presents for you, you ungrateful little brat.
Yep, trying to get you that Evil Knievel T-stick ripcord motorcycle thing that you wanted. Or whatever was the big Christmas gift in 1971.
But anyway, that's really about all I've got to say about this one.
REPC, the Radio Troller Entertainment Podcast Channel.